Welcome, guys, to CC Ngu podcast. Engineer CC, we're excited to have you here in the studio. We're still discussing the book titled The Pulpits That Blinded Africa. This book discussed how weaponized religion stole Africa's mind, progress, and promise. And in today's episode, we'll be discussing Chapter 2, The Art of Weaponizing Faith. Engineer CC, that's a strong phrase. Faith is supposed to save people. How does it become a weapon?
Correct. Faith itself isn't the problem. Faith is powerful. It has built civilizations and healed broken societies. But like fire, it depends on who controls it. In the right hands, it warms. In the wrong hands, it burns.
That's a powerful metaphor. You say, where faith liberates, people rise. Where faith is weaponized, people kneel. What does weaponized faith actually look like?
It's subtle. It doesn't come with chains or guns. It whispers, it comforts, it promises peace while quietly planting dependence. By the time people realize something is wrong, the chains are already in tunnel.
That's a profound point. It really makes you think.
It's a critical concept.
However, can you define it clearly? What does it mean to weaponize faith?
It's about using faith to manipulate and control. To weaponize anything means to turn it into an instrument of control or profit.
That's a powerful insight.
When applied to religion, it becomes a strategic use of spiritual authority to suppress thinking, enforce obedience, and manipulate fear and hope.
So it's not necessarily false doctrine?
That's the uncomfortable truth. A teaching can be biblical but misused. Remember in the Bible, when Jesus was tempted in Matthew chapter 4, the devil quoted scripture.
Yes.
The problem wasn't false text, it was twisted application.
So weaponization is twisting truth for control?
Exactly.
You described 3 pillars of spiritual weaponization. Walk me through them.
First, control of information. Throughout history, whenever religion was weaponized, knowledge was restricted. In medieval Europe, clergy controlled access to scripture. In parts of Africa, questioning spiritual authority is still labeled rebellion.
So if people can't question, they depend on the interpreter.
Yes, and dependency creates control.
I see. What about the second pillar of spiritual weaponization?
Control of fear, fear of hell, fear of curses, fear of leaving the church. Fear softens the mind, it silences logic.
And what about the third pillar?
Control of hope, promises of miracles soon, breakthrough soon, wealth soon. The miracle is always near enough to anticipate but never close enough to verify.
That sounds psychological.
It mirrors reinforcement systems used in gambling. Constant expectation keeps people coming back.
Exactly. That makes total sense. Let's talk about sermons. You say weaponized sermons are engineered. How?
Step 1, create a holy echo chamber. Convince the congregation that only this pulpit speaks for God. Critics become enemies. Other perspectives become dangerous.
So the preacher becomes the filter for reality?
Exactly.
What comes next?
It's emotion before doctrine. Once emotions are elevated, critical thinking lowers. Then doctrine is inserted into a softened mind.
You're saying emotion increases suggestibility?
Yes, it's called limbic hijacking in psychology. When emotion rises, reasoning drops.
Then comes fear?
Always. Fear of demons, fear of curses, fear of losing spiritual covering. Once fear is established, obedience feels like safety.
And hope?
Hope sustains the cycle. Your breakthrough is coming. But the breakthrough never quite arrives. It creates dependency.
You also mention attacking education.
Yes. When sermons portray science, medicine, or questioning as lack of faith, they disarm the population intellectually. Brilliant minds begin to distrust their own intelligence.
That affects development.
Profoundly. Nations cannot grow if thinking is labeled sin.
Now we enter dangerous territory, the alliance between pulpit and parliament.
It's not new. In the Roman Empire under Constantine the Great, Christianity and political power merged strategically. Medieval kings were crowned by bishops. Throne and altar have always partnered.
And in modern Africa?
The pattern continues. Politicians seek prophetic endorsement. Pastors gain access to power. The politician gains legitimacy. The pastor gains protection and influence.
So it's mutually beneficial?
Sure, the pastor legitimizes the politician protects the pastor.
And the citizens?
Become a voting bloc mobilized from the pulpit. Political loyalty becomes spiritual obedience.
You argue this creates spiritual sedation.
Yes. People become deeply religious but politically passive. They interpret national failure as spiritual warfare instead of policy failure.
So the nation becomes like a congregation?
Exactly, a shared purpose. Leaders become untouchable. Accountability becomes rebellion. Policies become prophecies.
So what's the core message of this chapter?
Faith is powerful, but the most dangerous weapon in the world is not a gun. It is a belief implanted in a mind that refuses to question it.
And the solution?
Healthy faith invites thought. It welcomes accountability. It strengthens societies instead of weakening them.
So faith should ignite minds, not extinguish them.
Yes. When the pulpit becomes a weapon, the nation becomes a casualty. But when faith is healthy, nations rise.
All right, we'll stop here, guys. Thank you, Engineer CC, for coming around. Please DM him if you desire private counseling. Also, remember this book is available on Amazon. See you guys in the next episode. My name is Amanda. Thank you.
Thanks, Amanda.